Passionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series.
All right. Well, okay, we're going to keep it moving. As a matter of fact, and we have a special testimony on this evening. We have a special testimony on this evening, which and which is with Ahmed Simpson. He has a testimony that he would like to share. He's very excited about this testimony and everything. He's very thankful, where his physical body is at this time, and we're going to allow him to tell his where, who, and what testimony. Okay, so Ahmed,
Yes. Can you
good
hear me?
evening. Yes.
Good evening. Good evening. Yes. My testimony started at the end of last year. I drive motor buses and had a work accident. Somebody had slammed into my bus while I was loading patrons. And they was going pretty fast because they totaled the bus and their car and gave me whiplash. I had to go to Martyrs Medical Facility, Caduceus, and they did X-ray. They saw I had whiplash and also saw that I had stenosis in my spine. So the stenosis was exacerbated by the accident, and so I'm just about to go back to work probably next week. So we're talking about around 7 months I was out, but and since then they've given me shots in my spinal column, MRIs, more X-rays. I had to go through therapy, and so the from my neck, the back of my neck, on down to the middle of my neck, and then the bottom, like the bottom part of my spine, was suffering too. So basically, now I have a sciatica that shoots down my thigh from my back. So I was gifted by some very generous people, Minister Stroger, some Tennyson. It's Tennyson, right?
Right.
Tennyson.
Right.
That stuff is really good because when I took it, I didn't have any problems with the sciatica at all. And it lasted all day. I slept good, woke up good, and took it just in case it started to go away again. And I took it till it was gone. So I know that's gonna help me a lot in the future. Especially when I get back to work and sit on that bus all day. So that's some phenomenal stuff that Tennyson. And it's a lot of people out there who have that problem. Pain is something that's like almost everybody has it. And that's an absolute must for Adame, I think.
So this evening we're talking about pain, and about a couple of weeks ago, a close friend of mine who owns a store and sells a lot of health food type of products and everything, but he also in his personal life enjoys the benefits of the hemohim, the probiotics, and the vitamin C, even the noni. He really really loves it. So he's always asking for more, and there was a sense of urgency for something more, and that area was in pain. I am going to let him tell his story about pain. Okay, so this is AD. AD, could you tell your story about pain?
Well, I will always sell pain cream and for years, and I ended up falling and ended up hurting my neck. Got two fractures on my neck, and I got these throbbing pains on both sides of my neck. So I rubbed it with the pain cream. I took everything I know to take, but nothing. It helps a little, but it doesn't solve the pain. So Bernard gave me the MSM, and I took it. And usually I sleep about two hours a night. Every 2 hours I wake up because I'm in pain. But when I first took it, I slept 4 hours. Last night I took two more last night, and I was able to sleep at least 6.5 hours with no pain. And then when I woke up, of course, I'm in pain again. And I just took 2 3 minutes ago because my neck hurt and also my back hurt. But that's the only thing that I'm able to take that's relieving me of the pain.
So, all righty then. All right. Now we're ready to jump into the good stuff on this evening. Dr. Walita has a few products that she would like to review on this evening. And then afterwards, we will have our Ask the Doctor. I'm telling y'all, we need to be inviting people out to this program so that they can hear about the products and so that they can ask the doctor. We want to help. This is what this program is all about: educational. To educate and to support is all about it. So tell your neighbors, tell your cousins, tell your uncles, about this program. Get them to the program. We want them to know what Ahmed know. We want them to experience what Ahmed experienced and others have experienced. And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So right now, I'm going to present to you Dr. Walita Williams. She's going to go over a few of the products, and then we're going to have an Ask the Doctor at the end. Now, Dr. Walita, what you could do is you could pull up your website and you can share from your website, because I'm going to make you a co-host so that you'll be able to let me see, so that you'll be able to share your website.
Okay, well, let's start with the Turmacin.
Oh,
because that is so exciting.
you want to get into the global mall? Okay, all right, okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the global mall.
Because we're gonna, we want to share, because I know people are wondering what is this product that Ahmed just shared about. So that's why I said let's start with that Turmacin, because it's so very exciting. It's new. And so everybody so far who has tried it is just amazed. And these are people who know the difference. Because, we had a testimony on the Turmacin, I think it was last week. And that was a person who'd been selling pain cream. So that was really, that was astounding, because he had tried his own cream that he sells, and then the Turmacin is what worked. So that's why I'm just so excited to understand this Turmacin, because I know a lot of us, we've heard of turmeric, and we're chopping up turmeric, putting it in our smoothie, and we think that's something, okay? We have found that this Turmacin, you cannot just chop up a little turmeric and put it in your smoothie and it be what this is all about, because this is going through a process. It is a process, and this is a process that Adamine does with all of their herbs, okay? It's an extraction process. So it's not just chopping up some turmeric or turning the turmeric into a powder, okay? So this is what they call functional ingredient. functional ingredient. That means it's going to do something for you. Okay. And so this one, what it does, it protects your joints and cartilage. So turmeric extract and MSM is the foundation. Okay. So this is functional health food. That is the key word. And I'm going to say here, you know, I was watching a video earlier and they were showing the laboratory and the testing facilities that Atomy has access to out in Korea. You know, the Korean research is only it's third in the world.
Wow.
The United States, of course, you know, we have all that testing, blah, 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 and Russia, of course. But next is South Korea. They have the technology. So here are some of the ingredients. That termicin, which it comes directly from the turmeric, but this is the active ingredient. And one of the things that Atomy does is they actually are able to remove any toxic residue from their herbs. So that's for every product, okay? And then, of course, you have the MSM and selenium. MSM can improve joint and cartilage health. So this is about joint and cartilage health, okay? And the selenium, of course. And you know, selenium is, you don't need a lot of it, but you have to have it. And it's missing from a lot of the soil that our food is grown on. So it's missing from our food. So it's easy to miss that, selenium. So these are the three big ones, okay? MSM, termicin, as well as the selenium. Okay, now the way it's presented is presented in two parts. You have the 2 brown tablets and the 2 white tablets, okay? The turmeric and selenium is together, and then that's 100% pure MSM. And you can actually take it together. I know it says here, okay, so you can start the day and you can eat it, but if you're in pain, you want to take all 4, okay? Just take all 4 of them at the same time. Okay, so here we go. All right, see here, soluble turmeric extract from India. And you know, this is such a beautiful thing because Atomy is, as we know, a global mall. It's a global company. And we are sourcing ingredients for the products globally. So each and every product you will find, and that is the key to how they are keeping these prices so reasonable, because they are cutting out the middleman. They are going directly to the best source on the planet. Okay, this is globally. So they're getting this turmeric from India. Okay, and you know, we were reading the other day, we were looking at, I know this is just an aside, but we were looking at the pomegranate and they were getting that from Turkey. Okay, they're getting one thing they do get for the United States, which is the probiotics. We have the best. So they're going wherever the best source is, and that is where they are getting it. And then they're using this proprietary extraction process to take out the active ingredient and to remove any toxic residue that may be present. So we can go, okay, there's some more about the turmeric extract. And they have so many different certifications. You can see here, it's registered in the United States as a patent. There's your patent number and the date. It has a kosher certification, the halal certification. It has a food production safety. It has so much behind it. Water extraction method. So this is how we maintain the quality of the polysaccharides that are in this product. So these are some of the reasons why the product works so well, because this isn't just something thrown together. Everything here is well researched. Okay, here you have the different parts that come out of this turmeric extract. And so 600 kilograms of raw turmeric goes through a 13-step extraction process. Okay, so that is very, very concentrated. So this is something about that process. So you see how it works. So this isn't something we could do ourselves. Okay, this is high tech, high quality, and you wouldn't be able to set up a lab to even carry out this process, this extraction process. There you see, 600 kilograms. You know how what that is, right? And it comes down to 0.0305 kilograms once it's refined. So that is the coumatic acid. So that's the active ingredient. What we call it, the active ingredient. So that is why you can take those 4 tablets and you're getting, can you imagine 600 grams? That's a lot. And you have extracted it and refined it down to 0.0305 kilogram. So turmeric is the latest in a line of very, very effective products. Let's move on to the next ingredient, okay? So there's human test, and these are the results of the human testing, okay? 86.2% said there was a decrease in joint pain, 37% decrease in joint friction, okay? You know what that is, right? They be talking about bone on bone, okay? That is reduced. 100% decrease in joint effusion. So here they're telling you who they were, 120 people, average age 57. They were taking 1,000 milligrams a day, okay? And so they measured day 21 and day 42. So they're telling you how this test was designed. And you can see this type of information on every single Atomy product. Now, there are some other ingredients. MSM, okay, is here. And so they're using only high quality MSM, okay? It cannot be synthesized by any living being. It has to be ingested with food. It's a mineral, it's a sulfur, okay? So 1,500 milligrams or more is a recommended daily dose. Here's some FDA approvals and everything that you can possibly have to validate this product is here. That's the 4-step distillation process for the MSM. Okay, go on down to the next. This is a ton of information here. So here's the human test for the MSM. And then you have the selenium. So those are the 3 major components. And then you also have in this product, glucosamine, hyaluronic acid, it's all here. So it's gonna help rebuild and repair your joints. So this is osteoarthritis. A lot of times people say arthritis, there are different types, okay? What causes it? Joint damage or obesity, genetics, aging, injury, or inflammation. It can be any of those, okay? Sometimes it can be a defect. It wasn't properly formed in the beginning, or overuse, okay? Maybe you did too much. Sometimes you have a job, or even in athletics, even as a young person, you could injure the joints, and this comes up later. Joint stress from tasks or sports, okay? And so there's a traditional Korean sedentary lifestyle. Hey, we have that too. Those the people sitting on the couch, you're not moving. That's another cause of knee cartilage damage. So we have a lot of people with this. And you know, a lot of people will say, well, I think I'll just get the knee replacement. But believe me, you speak to someone who has had the knee replacement, and they'll let you know that, hey, your original knee is the best knee if you can get that one going. Okay. So this is a picture that shows how this happens. Degenerative. There's padding in there that's supposed to be in there, that cartilage, and it's wearing away. So, but remember, no matter how rare it is, no matter what the diagnosis, the body is self-healing, but we have to give the body what it needs. That's the key. So these are the nutrients that the body needs to repair cartilage. That's what this is telling you, okay? So we know that degenerative arthritis is on the rise. It's everywhere. So I think that if we begin to share this Turmacin, it's just infinite opportunity, because people need to take care of their joint health. They want healthy joints. In middle age or older, they're going to need it. And you know, we have an aging population around the world. Okay. You want these nutrients so your joints can move more freely and you can be active. Hey, we want to play with our grandchildren, right? I don't know if you guys saw the video. There was a video out there of the 86-year-old lady, and she was roller skating. Okay. So, hey, we want to keep our joints as healthy as they can be. And that is what this Turmacin is here for us. So do we need to, well, we'll just keep going and then we'll take the questions at the end. Okay.
Okay.
So
before you move from the Turmacin, I'm gonna tell you what's something interesting. I got an interesting testimony. As a matter of fact, Maria Woodson is on the Zoom on this evening. She had a tummy ache. And and she knew it's for pain and inflammation, and she took it for her tummy ache. And she has a testimony about her tummy ache. So that was pretty interesting. So even outside of your joints,
no matter
wherever
where the
pain,
pain is.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
wanted to say, this is Maria. I wanted to say that, yes, my daughter had a headache, and when she gets a headache, it's usually a terribly bad one. It's real hard to get rid of. But she took the Turmacin, and her headache went away in very short order, and she was floored. She was so shocked that happened. So that is absolutely amazing. It's an amazing product. So, and I like the fact that, it's healthier for our bodies because we're not putting these chemicals that can harm our livers and our other organs. So I just like that it's, clean healing and not, so, and I don't know, Dr. Letha, does it have the cumulative effect?
I didn't hear.
Does it have I know we're going to save the questions for the end, but I was just wondering if it has a cumulative effect when you use it.
Yes, definitely. Yes. And see, that is the thing about it. You're going to get instant relief as far as the joints go, but it would take probably about 6 months to actually rebuild that.
Okay.
So it gives you immediate relief, but it is a long-term cumulative effect to actually help the body to rebuild that cartilage.
Which is something
so
we
you don't feel it.
That's really powerful, because if it puts a buffer between bone and bone, it's like you don't have to have surgery because to put nothing in there, because it's actually the body's building that through the Turmacin. And
Yes.
And with my diagnosis, I didn't know I had stenosis in my spine. The accident really just woke it up and started it, and it was causing the degenerative arthritis also. Mm-hmm. So you better believe I'm going to be using that Turmacin. So
Indeed.
When the time comes, because they ain't got real serious yet, but I can see that I'm going to need that in order to go ahead and reverse that right quick.
Yes, yes, you're exactly right. And you know, a lot of times some people make the mistake of feeling that, okay, I'm out of pain, so it's all over. But that's not true. You want to give your body a chance to restore itself. And what happened, how you got to this point, it didn't happen in an instant. It took years for that to wear away. So you have to give yourself a chance for it to restore. In fact, a lot of holistic health practitioners will tell you to allow 3 months per year, actually, 3 months per year to reverse anything. So if you had something for about 10 years, well, you do the math, but it's just telling us that we have to give our bodies time, because this isn't like, say, aspirin or something like that. You had a headache and you took aspirin, and 20 minutes later, the headache is not gone. It just interrupted the pain path. You just don't feel it. So this is a different approach here. This is actually helping the body to do what it does best, which is repair itself.
That is so awesome.
Wow.
That's so awesome. And I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of times people will say, well, you know, how come it's been working that fast for me? Well, maybe it's because it took, you know, you had more years of, you know, opportunity for your body to weaken versus someone else, you know.
Yes,
So some
yes.
person take longer, but you have to stay in the process.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And one more thing, you know, like if I had anything else, I say, okay, well, you know, we got the herbs to do that. I was very worried, you know, before this came out, that okay, well, this is something. This is bone. So how am I gonna get that fixed? So there's my answer right there.
It's a blessing.
Give the body what it needs, and it will, in support, the body will heal itself. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next product at this time. Are we going to still be in the global mall, or are we going back to the U.S. mall?
I think we can go back.
To the U.S. mall?
Let's go back to the noni. I got to talk about that.
Oh, you got to talk about the noni. Okay.
Yeah, I can't not mention that.
Okay. Let's go here to the
Because
noni.
see, a lot of people have heard of noni over the years, and we've known about, you know, it's been in our peripheral that, yeah, noni is something that is a health food, okay? But what's different here, first of all the process is totally different. Atomy owns their own farms out in Java Island, Indonesia. And so it's all controlled organic farming, okay? And then once they harvest this noni, they're only getting the best ones. Best fruit that's not damaged, okay? The ripe fruit. And they're going through a process. And the first step in the process is removing the stems, and then they are actually washing the fruit 3 times before they are packaging it up and flash freezing it, and then shipping it to Korea to continue the process. So there you have step 1, okay? Harvesting it, washing it, and then flash freezing at minus 40 degrees centigrade. So that preserves everything. Now, once it reaches Korea, then the process continues, okay? These are some of the certifications throughout the entire process. It's all under strict quality control, because, you know, one mistake in the process can affect the outcome. So it's strict quality control from beginning to end. And so once it reaches Korea, then they begin 2 rounds of fermentation. And we have known over the years that when you ferment a fruit, it causes it to create more nutrients. You know, that's how we knew about the red wine paradox. It was more in the red wine than in the grapes themselves. So that's an example, okay? Fermentation in the first round, they're adding 7 probiotics, and you're going to over 1,000 hours of fermentation with these probiotics.
Wow.
And then the second round of aging, where they're adding the coconut sugar and this AONCD syrup that they're getting from Austria, okay, is added. And that's another 360 hours of aging. So a total of 1,440 hours of aging. So organic, fermented, and what's the third step? Concentration. Because, you know, usually we've been exposed to just a plain no juice where you'll have to drink a half a glass. Okay. But with this product, you're only using 1 ounce. No added coloring, fragrance, preservatives, no synthetic sweeteners. Okay. We're using coconut sugar, okay, which is natural. Yes, coconut sugar. And then we're adding this little fruit. And we don't know what calamansi is, but it's a cross between a small, like a lime, or a kumquat. But look at it. It contains 30 times more vitamin C than lemon. So that lets you know it's powerful little fruit. And then we have this AONCD syrup, which is made from organic maltodextrin, and they're getting that from Austria. So you see all the countries involved, global sourcing, as well as global opportunity. So we come up with so many different certifications. These are collaborations with research and development projects in the different countries that support this process. But what is the result? The result is people who are having challenges with blood pressure, and that's a big one. We meet people who are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as 5 prescriptions just for that one issue. And sometimes they still don't have it under control. So we are seeing so far everyone who has added this organic fermented noni concentrate, guess what? Their blood pressure numbers are in line now. They're normal. So anyone you know that is struggling with that, they want to get this. And it's only $57 for that concentrate. That's a 32-ounce bottle. And it comes in that glass bottle. So you know that's important too. The packaging can be so important. So this is organic. So if they ask you, is it like the noni you can buy in the store? You can give them a resounding no. 3 things: organic, fermented, concentrate. So just remember those 3 things.
With the added probiotics.
It tastes great. Yes.
Those added
probiotics is involved in, it's added in the fermentation process. So there's nothing like this in the store. Don't even think about it. But just have them try it. It tastes great. If you've ever had that other the old time noni that we used to have, it tasted pretty rough. So this one tastes great. So I just wanted to make sure we mentioned that. Now let's go on to the next 2. I said I wanted to talk a little bit about the plant calcium, because a lot of people, you know about calcium, and you're thinking that calcium, I need that for my teeth and I need that for my bones. We know this, but a lot of people don't realize how important calcium is for your heart health, because these are electrolytes that actually influence your heart rate, your heartbeat, your heart health. So this is plant calcium. Okay, that's super right there. Just remember that, because you cannot get your body is not going to absorb calcium from a rock. So that is the beauty of this, calcium from a plant. Plants can absorb calcium from a rock, from the soil, and then we eat the plant. So 8 essential bone supporting vitamins and minerals. So this isn't calcium by itself. It has everything with it that the body needs to absorb and utilize the calcium. You got the magnesium, K2 and D3. Okay, so this is super. So don't overlook this plant calcium. And I can give a little testimony in that one myself, because I tried taking calcium, and every time I would have a calcium pill to take, it would always get caught in my throat. And I have had no problem whatsoever with this Atomy plant calcium. So I know for a fact it's different. Okay. So you need this calcium, especially those of us who are limited exposure to dairy products. Okay. So there you say, hey, not limestone, seaweed calcium. It comes from a plant. So that's a big difference. That's why you say plant calcium. Always make sure you emphasize that part. 8 essential vitamins and minerals: calcium, magnesium, D, K1, K2, zinc, copper, manganese, boron. This is what it takes for this calcium to be absorbed. So it is going to work. No GMO, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's halal, so everybody can use it. So don't overlook that plant calcium. We all need it. And it goes with our program. All right, let's introduce one more, which is our
Pomegranate
omega.
Beauty. Oh, you're gonna go to Omega. Okay.
E-omega, yeah.
Okay.
E-omega.
Okay. There we go.
E-omega.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff.
So this is different too. I guess you say every time we introduce an Atomy product, we're gonna say, oh, it's different. Yep. Alaska E-omega 3. So yes, it is different. And we know that we need omega. It's lacking, this omega 3 is lacking in our diet, in the American diet especially. It's good for your blood vessels, okay? To keep your blood vessels soft and pliable. It's good for every cell in your body because it keeps your cells so that nutrients can get in and waste products can get out. So omega is very, very important for you. It's also important for your eyes and for your brain. Okay.
You know, if it's good for
not just your heart.
If it's good for your blood vessels, it has to be good for high blood pressure too.
Yes.
If it makes
the calcium and the omega are both good for high blood pressure too. Yes. Because it keeps your blood vessels. Because see, when your blood vessels are hard, then that's causing your heart to have to work harder. Okay. Soft and pliable. That's how you want your blood vessels, the circulation. Okay. So this is fast and clean transport from where? Alaska. Alaska to refinement in Ohio. So every product, we're going to be talking about these different locations. Alaska Omega, and it's processed right here in Ohio. So there you go. They're using pollock, and this is the process. Again, it's a process. And let me mention that Atomy does have a plant-based omega also for those who are vegan and they don't want to use the one that comes from fish. They do have another one too. So you can look in that Global Mall and find that if you have people who are adamant and they don't want to use the one with the fish source. But this omega is very important.
Is this
Do
the
we
one
have time for one more?
that's the one you're talking about? That
Yes. Yeah, that is. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, it says it's vegan.
Yeah, it's vegan.
So
Right.
yeah,
And that's in the
it's
Global
there.
Mall. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
right now
Yeah.
it's about 9 o'clock. We're going to switch over right now for
Okay.
uh
Okay.
for
Wonderful.
Ask the Doctor time. Okay. And we might have some questions that are in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let's look
Yeah, we
in the
might
chat.
have some in the chat. But right now, like I say, it is Ask the Doctor time. And do anyone, you could just raise your hand and you can unmute your mic to ask your question.
Or you can put it in the chat if you can, if you have a
Right.
lot of noise in your background.
Okay. Rosalie raised her hand. Okay, Rosalie, what is your question?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. So, Dr. Wellita, what is really good for people? What kind of product you can give people who got HIV?
Say again.
People who have HIV.
HIV.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you definitely go with the hemohim, because that's an immune deficiency. So
Okay.
they're gonna have to double up, but they want to go ahead and I would say something like the we were going to talk about it too, the ellagic acid.
The pomegranate.
Yeah, the ellagic acid is
You
good
want
for
me to
them
show
too.
them that pomegranate? You do.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Because she asked that question, we have to show that because she was gonna say something about it, and we're gonna flip to it because it's good for your skin, but it's good to know the rest of the story about this pomegranate. So, Dr. Walita.
Yeah, see, that's it's promoted for your skin, but remember, this pomegranate, the active ingredient, the functional nutrient is ellagic acid. And I can tell you the truth, we as holistic health practitioners have been working with ellagic acid for many years, and we know the power of ellagic acid, okay? That's been our go-to product to actually reverse even cancer because it's such a good antioxidant. And so again, hey, they're going to Turkey to get these pomegranates, okay? And they've got so many awards, but this ellagic acid in this pomegranate beauty is just amazing, okay? But I can't tell you enough about it. And you can see, again, there's a process. So you can't duplicate this. But I'm gonna have to just, the hemohim is what they really need because that's for the immune system. And you know what else could use with that HIV? They could actually use the red ginseng. That would also be a good one because that's supports the immune system also. And see, it modulates the immune system. So that's so very important when we say regulate or modulate, because in some instances, your immune system can be going haywire. It's overreacting. And in some cases, it's underreacting. But see, what we have here, these nutrients actually modulate. That means if it's overactive, it's going to calm it down. Okay. Because that was one of the problems, even with the virus that we just came through with the pandemic, was people have an overreaction to the virus. They call it cytokine storm. So we have to know that modulate or regulate immune system is a key word. So there's HemoHim. And I tell you what, it's nothing like it, nothing that even comes close. And I think they said how many years, 8 years they were actually researching. See, this isn't like your regular nutritional product. This product was actually researched in a scientific laboratory. They were looking for a product because they were getting, doctors were getting sick. In South Korea, doctors were getting sick. I think they were actually getting sick in the lab because of handling that radioactive material. So it wasn't radiation. You know, we're using it now for radiation sickness from chemotherapy, that type of radiation. But they were actually getting sick, and so they were trying to figure out a way to mitigate that problem. And that's how they really came up with this HemoHim. But once they came up with it, they were looking at, wow, it restores our cells. It restores our cells. Every cell is restored. So everyone should be using it because this is what our cells, we got to keep our cells healthy. And so this is about freedom of the cells, HemoHim, and it's nothing to hurt you, okay? It only helps. And here you see the box with 10 small boxes, and each one of those small boxes has 6 little packets. And again, I admit I didn't want to take it at first, okay? But I took it, and I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I did. I wish I would have done it earlier, okay? It brings that energetic balance back into your body. And so any type of immune challenge, such as HIV, you want to double up on this HemoHim. I know they say 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening, but I would say 4 a day for them.
Okay.
And we had Dr. CJ Goodman, who's a good friend of yours. She was saying that the sweet spot when you have something going on chronic is 6 a day. Incredible. A 6 a day. Now that's what I call you do not go bear hunting with a switch. Indeed. I love it. You know, so between 4 and 6,
So
yes,
that's a box
indeed.
a day.
That's a box a day.
Yes.
But when you got
So
something
basically,
chronic
whatever
going
your
on like that,
hey, whatever your budget can stand,
right.
as much as your budget can stand.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you may have to start a GoFundMe. Let them get a GoFundMe. Hey, let them go ahead and make that contribution to keep you alive.
I have a friend who has a swollen gallbladder. She's worried about it all the time, and you know, she needs to get the surgery. That's what the doctors say. But is there anything that can help with gallbladder, swollen gallbladder?
Has she tried the HemoHim?
She has never. Well, yes, she has. I've given her some HemoHim before.
She tried it?
But you know, it wasn't much.
No, you gotta, hey, just told you, don't go bear hunting with the switch. Because that is inflammation. That's inflammation. Okay. It's swollen because of inflammation. But she could also try using the milk thistle.
Okay.
Okay.
But I would go with doubling up on the HemoHim because it's all about inflammation. You got to be able to soothe that inflammation.
And we have another hand raised. Let me see. I don't know how to pronounce your name. NG Naji. You can. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. All right, you can. You can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, Gaza is my name. I just want to throw this question concerning Gauta. What can someone take? Someone who's suffering from goiter, amongst all these medications?
Well, we do have the spirulina. Is that in our mall too? I don't know. Spirulina. Is that in our U.S. mall?
Yeah, it's in our U.S. mall.
Yeah. Yes, it's in the U.S. mall.
Yeah.
It's in the U.S. mall.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean U.S.
Yeah.
I mean U.S.
So you want to, yeah. So you want to add that to, I tell everybody, just start with your best kit and then add. Start with your best kit and then add. But with that, goiter, I would definitely add that spirulina.
Right, and that's in the U.S. mall. And you say add it and then go with the best kit. Start
Yeah, that's
like
the
you say
hemohim.
right.
Yeah, you got to have your hemohim, your vitamin C, and your probiotics.
Okay.
And then add that spirulina.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah. So I was saying, just for quality assurance, since the hemohim lowers the blood pressure, with someone who has low blood pressure, like 99 over whatever to low, they have to watch that because it can lower it lower.
No. See, that's what we're talking about. That's why we want to make sure we get our verbiage straight, because it's modulate. It modulates. So it's not going to it's not like a prescription. See, that's the difference. Prescriptions are going to send you in a certain direction, one direction only. If you have a blood pressure issue, and you're taking a prescription, it's going to send you in one direction, whether you need to go that way or not. But with these products here, they modulate, so they normalize. Wherever you need to go, that's where you're going. So they don't have to worry about it lowering. And there's a study on there where the people who had normal blood pressure, it didn't lower it. It only lowers if they were high. I think there's a study on that website about the hemohim. So regulate, modulate, those are our words. So it's only going to normalize where you need to go.
Okay. Someone have in the chat kidney stones.
Kidney stones. Kidney stones. Now, kidney stones can, I see another one too, stress incontinence. Stress incontinence. I would go with the saw palmetto, women or men, doesn't matter. And make sure you're using the women's probiotics and the saw palmetto. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not a feminine thing. The saw palmetto would be one. Kidney stones. Is that the other one?
Yeah, the other one is kidney stone.
Yeah. See, saw palmetto can be used by women also.
Now, are you referencing the stress or the kidney stone?
The stress incontinence.
Oh, stress incontinence with the saw palmetto. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the stress incontinence.
Okay. Do they need to give you a call up?
Probiotics. I said the women's probiotics and the saw palmetto.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's for both?
So now we're going back to the kidneys.
Okay, let's go back to the kidney stone. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Now let's go back to the kidney stones. So it really depends on what is causing these kidney stones. But as a general rule, you would go with the hemohim, of course. It would depend on what is causing the kidney stones.
Would they need would they need to get in touch with you to talk more about that so you can see what
get back in touch with me. Get back in touch with me and I will go further and deeper into that.
Right. And a lot of times when you look back over the videos, we'll have her email address posted in the email, in the videos. And so you'll be able to get back in touch. But she also
yeah, I
gave
can
you,
put it in the chat. Let's see, I
okay,
know how to put it in the chat.
yeah, put
Okay.
that in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna move to the
And
next
some people
question.
they are using it.
Right. Oh yeah.
Thank you for joining us with Compassionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series. Please get back with the person who shared this video. If you're excited about the information, please get back with the person who shared this video. Thank you.